What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including what was the real reason behind Drew McIntyre storming out of the Rumble, and it's been revealed who the problem was. Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced. What John Cena whispered to Jey Uso after his Rumble win. Was Charlotte Flair's win a last-minute decision? IShowSpeed was legitimately hurt in his Royal Rumble appearance. Drew McIntyre is angry with his WWE booking. Who was supposed to be in Alexa Bliss's place in the Rumble, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Royal Rumble fallout continues. As top of today's news are more reports about the fallout from Saturday's Royal Rumble, including why Drew McIntyre reportedly stormed out after the Rumble elimination, as what was the real reason behind Drew McIntyre storming out of the building after the Royal Rumble. Now, McIntyre was thrown out by Damian Priest, was reportedly so irate that he didn't attend WWE's Rumble after party, leading to reports about why the Scottish Warrior lost his cool. But now Figure 4 is reporting we're told that he was hot, although I believe everyone cooled down, but he was clearly mad when he came through the curtain after being eliminated. We were told that others were as well, but weren't as obvious about it. McIntyre and Damian Priest were to start an angle, and they felt the momentum was lost when LA Knight got in the way as they were doing the Priest throwing out McIntyre. The top guys wanted things to go smoothly and have their story come off as planned, and that mentality is why they're top guys. But it seems that Drew McIntyre is angry with WWE's booking of him. There's more evidence that Drew McIntyre is unhappy with WWE plans for him, as McIntyre enjoyed one of his biggest years yet in WWE last year, not only winning a third World Championship, albeit it lasted as long as Santino's Royal Rumble elimination, but working a universally praised feud with CM Punk, having one of the best matches of 2024, that being the Hell in a Cell. However, new reports suggest that McIntyre is more than just disappointed with how WWE is following up on his 2024 program. According to the Mail Sport's Alex McCarthy, Mail Sport has learned that McIntyre is due for a program with Priest heading into WrestleMania, about described by a source as a nothing match. McIntyre is of the opinion that he deserves a more prominent feud after the most successful year of his career in 2024. Now, although McIntyre has a kayfabe reason to want revenge on Damian Priest, as Damian successfully cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 40 mere minutes after Drew defeated Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship and eliminated him in the Rumble, there were rumors that WWE planned to pit McIntyre against Roman Reigns in 2025. As after all, McIntyre set his sights on each member of the bloodline. McIntyre is known for using social media to forward programs, including some wicked attacks at CM Punk on social media last year, and he recently lambasted WWE for hyping Jey Uso with a Yeet Street sign prominently displayed outside Lucas Oil Stadium. The Scottish Warrior uploaded a video of himself criticizing how WWE pushes the Bloodline but buries him, reminding fans he'll never sell out like the Bloodline has. Drew is a known team player, a wrestler who carried Raw on his back during the pandemic and who has repeatedly worked through injuries and illnesses that would have sidelined other wrestlers. Now, this creates two possibilities. First is the fact that Drew is happy with whatever program he gets and he's working the fans and the news sites. However, there's also a possibility that Drew is legitimately upset given all that he's done for WWE and expected much more, which we no doubt agree with. Now, only time will tell, but it's another reminder of how WWE keeps fans guessing and, more importantly, tuning in to watch things play out on weekly television. But what are his long-term plans? Now, as fans wonder whether Drew McIntyre was legitimately upset with how his Royal Rumble elimination went, we're learning more about his apparent move to SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is now the latest superstar who has moved during the WWE's transfer window, and while there was speculation it was a last-minute move, PW Insider is reporting that WWE has planned McIntyre's move to SmackDown for months, and that his win against Sami Zayn on the 27th Jan Raw was his swan song for the Red brand. As we just mentioned, the current belief is that McIntyre is going to be beginning a feud with Damian Priest, leading to a big showdown at WrestleMania 41. Now, to probably even out the transfer window, it's been reported by PW Insider that AJ Styles is also being considered moving to Raw. Next up, Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced. Now, that's some major breaking news courtesy of TMZ, as it's now been confirmed that Charlotte Flair and Andrade have divorced. According to TMZ, the divorce was actually filed in October 2024. The report reads, Charlotte Flair is ditching her tag team partner in life. TMZ Sports has learned she's divorced Andrade. Court records we obtained show Ric Flair's daughter filed to separate from her wrestler hubby, real name Manuel Alfonso Andrade Orpeza, in Florida back in June 2024, and a judge appeared to sign off on the divorce in October 2024. But this has been kept strictly under wraps by those in WWE, and it's only today that this information has now come to light. Now, there was no news on the reason for the divorce as listed by TMZ, and it's important to respect both of their privacy at this time. Next up was Jey Uso's Rumble win, a last-minute decision. Now, did the WWE pull a fast one by having Jey Uso win this year's Men's Rumble? Well, actually not according to Viper Reports PWN, which claims that WWE had Jey Uso booked to win the Rumble as far back as January and possibly last December. If so, this explains why Jey had a seemingly random match with Gunther at Saturday Night's Main Event, a match which in hindsight now makes a lot of sense. Next up, what did John Cena whisper to Jey Uso after his win? And what's the advice John Cena gave Jey Uso? Well, Main Event Jey spoke about this moment with Cena after Cena returned to the ring to raise Jey's arm after Uso eliminated him to win the Royal Rumble. Jey joked that he initially thought he'd have to throw Cena out the second time, but then revealed, but he said, hey man, he hugged me. He goes, I remember your first tour. I said, I always told you and your brother you guys will be fine. Be yourself. And he goes, look at these people now. And that's when he turned to me to the crowd and they were just hitting it, man. So yeah, man, love John Cena. He's a GOAT. Jey Uso's Royal Rumble is still fueling hot debate on the internet wrestling community. It's likely to continue as some fans wonder why WWE opted to have him win the match instead of the clear winner John Cena. But one thing is clear, John Cena is proud to have played a role in Jey's moment of glory, a reminder of how Cena continues to use his star power to put others over. But what about Charlotte Flair's win? Was that a last-minute decision? Well, Jey Uso's Royal Rumble win isn't the only controversial choice from this year's event, as some fans are also very upset that Charlotte Flair won the women's match after over a year off the shelf due to an injury. Fans who are upset believe it's another instance of WWE pushing Flair ahead of more deserving talent. And nonetheless, Viper Reports also reported Charlotte Flair was always considered to be returning for gold. As far back as the summer of last year, that was WWE's intentions all along. They began to nail down on her winning the Women's Royal Rumble match around late October, early November, when they started mapping out when Tiffany Stratton would cash in on Nia Jax, leading to this battle of generations at WrestleMania 41. What do you guys think of that planned match? Do you think that was a right move to take? And next up, who was supposed to be Alexa Bliss's Rumble number? Now, Alexa Bliss's Royal Rumble return surprised the WWE Universe, and now details have emerged on how Bliss returned after weeks of talk that she had reached an impasse with WWE over contract negotiations. A Fightful Select Ross Sapp tweeted, Alexa Bliss's return came together very late, and originally, Shotzi was to be in the WWE Royal Rumble in that spot as of Friday. Fightful Select has learned. Those we spoke to were both happy to see Alexa back and felt bad that Shotzi didn't get in. Do you guys feel that Shotzi got shortchanged, or is this to be expected given her spot in the WWE hierarchy compared to Bliss? Obviously, WWE went what was best for business, and of course, Bliss was definitely the right move. But PW Nexus and Bodyslam.net correspondent Corey Hayes recently tweeted about various accounts chronicling Bliss's surprise appearance. As Fightful Select reported, Alexa Bliss coming back was a late decision. PWN reports learned that Bliss came to an agreement with WWE around 5 AM Saturday morning, which led to Bliss appearing in the Royal Rumble match yesterday. As already buzzed that Bliss's elimination by Liv Morgan is going to set up a program between the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Six. You may recall rumors prior to Bliss's return that she was being considered for a role in the group. Now, what we managed to miss at the Royal Rumble was actually Alexa Bliss's jacket. Alexa Bliss came in a black jacket that read on the back, "Friend" instead of "Fiend" forever. No doubt the late great Bray Wyatt was looking down with a big smile on his face. Next up, an NXT star ready to be put onto the main roster. Now is Roxanne Perez headed for the main roster. The two-time former NXT Women's Champion and NXT Women's Tag Team Champion made a second appearance in the Women's Rumble this year, setting a new record for the event's Iron Woman and ending at this year's runner-up. But now Fightful Select is reporting that Roxanne's main roster call-up is all but confirmed. In addition, Perez caught fans' attention after the show when she commented, "I made history in NXT, a two-time NXT Women's Champion, Breakout winner, and Iron Survivor winner. I make history and I'm gonna continue to do the same exact thing here on the main roster. So girls, get ready because I don't think y'all are ready for the prodigy." The 23-year-old superstar is seen by some fans as a generational talent, and it's hard to deny given her many accomplishments. Are you guys looking forward to Perez's main roster call-up, and who should she wrestle first? Next up, IShowSpeed recovering from a legit Royal Rumble injury. and one of the most popular streamers on the planet, IShowSpeed, had the opportunity of a lifetime after Triple H invited him to the Royal Rumble, not only offering him full backstage access, but a spot in the men's Rumble match after Akira Tozawa was attacked during his Rumble entrance. IShowSpeed helped Bron Breakker eliminate Otis, however things went sideways from there. As Complex recalled, just moments later, Speed became IShowPain when the WWE Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker speared him, sending the streamer to the floor in apparent agony. He probably saw small yellow birds flying in circles around his head. The huge streamer posted a picture of a bad-looking gash on his leg. Fans believe he may have sustained it after Otis grabbed him and bounced him off the announcer table, and he was also seen wearing crutches and a neck brace, but we feel that was kayfabe. And finally, Logan Paul's jerk move. And last but not least, Logan Paul continues to find ways to get under fans' skin with his arrogant promos, but Paul maybe took things a little too far at the Rumble, grabbing a fan's Polaroid out of his hand and smashing it on the entrance ramp. The video has gone viral with fans blasting the Maverick for this breach of etiquette. While fans are sometimes criticized, and rightfully so, for violating wrestlers' boundaries, such as harassing them at airports for numerous autographs or interrupting them during meals in public, wrestlers have no business taking a fan's property and outright destroying it. Although some might argue that the fan was a plant, nothing has been confirmed. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.